Okay, have you ever tried to get people to show up for an event? A webinar, a meeting, anything. You send out the emails, you post it everywhere, but actually getting that event from your announcement onto their calendar, it's always a huge pain. Well, today we're going to look at a super simple solution that pretty much changes the whole game.
I mean, it's a great question, right? We live in this hyper-connected world, but for some reason, signing up for an event feels like we're stuck in the dark ages. You're filling out forms, you're downloading these weird iCal files that, let's be honest, don't always work. And if you're the one organizing it, you're stuck trying to manually track who's actually planning to show up. It's just a mess.
And this just lays it all out perfectly. Look at the left side, the old way. It's this tangled web of forms and flaky downloads. But then you look over at the right, the new way. It's just clean. It's one thing, a single click to get the event on your calendar. And that's the whole point, getting rid of all that extra work.
So, let's get into it. How do we actually make that leap from the clunky old method to this new, streamlined approach? Well, the answer lies in some pretty clever tech that's designed to do just one thing and do it really, really well.
So the core idea here is incredibly simple, but it's so powerful. Instead of sending people to some random form or telling them to download a file, you give them a link. And with one click at that link, it sends a real native calendar invitation straight to their inbox. You know, just like the kind of invite you'd send to a coworker for a meeting. But this works for anyone, anywhere.
All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds great, but it must be a nightmare to set up. And that's the best part. It's shockingly easy. Let's just walk through what the organizer actually has to do. Seriously, it is as simple as these 3 little steps. First, you just create an event in your Google or Outlook calendar, exactly like you do every single day. Second, when you're adding guests, you just invite one special address, create@calendarsnack.com. And third, well, that's it. You're done. The system literally takes over from there.
And how long does this all take? Get this, about 60 seconds. In less time than it takes you to pick a movie to watch, you get an email with a link to your own ready-to-share event page. It's an unbelievable level of efficiency. So what is this shareable event page we're talking about? It's basically an automatic web page that the system builds for you. And its only job is to get that calendar invite out. Someone just visits the page, pops in their email, and clicks a button. That's it. No logins, no complicated forms, no downloads.
And here's where it gets really flexible. You can actually have a single landing page that pulls in all of your upcoming events. So people can just scroll through, see everything you've got on the docket, and pick and choose which ones they want to get an invite for.
But maybe you have one really big event coming up, a huge webinar or a product launch. No problem at all. You can also generate a page that's focused on just that one event. It's clean, it's simple, and it drives people to do one specific thing: get the invite on their calendar. Okay, so we've seen how simple it is to get it all set up. But the real power here is in the control that this gives you as the organizer. This is where it goes from just being a neat trick to a really serious tool for managing your events.
The advantages are huge. Every single invite sent out has a unique ID, so you can actually track each one individually. You get real analytics on who's said yes, no, or maybe, and what's absolutely crucial is that because it's all tied to your calendar, any update you make gets sent out automatically. It just becomes this standardized, reliable hub for all your event marketing.
And this, right here, is the single source of truth idea. You never have to type in your event details more than once. Everything, the date, the time, the Zoom link, the description, it's all pulled directly from the event you already created in your own calendar. If you change it in your calendar, it changes everywhere. Simple. So we've talked a lot about the organizer, but what about the person you're trying to reach? Let's flip this around for a second and look at how incredibly easy this makes things for your audience, your customers, your attendees.
For the customer, the whole experience is just seamless. They go to a page, type in their email, click one button. That's it. If you, the organizer, need to change the time of the event, they just get an updated invite automatically. If you have to cancel, they get a direct cancellation notice that actually removes the event from their calendar. It keeps them perfectly in sync with zero effort on their end.
So when you put all this together, the organizer's control and the attendee's super simple experience, you get something that really does transform how you work. It turns your calendar, of all things, into your event command center. This quote right here really nails it. The organizer's calendar becomes the command center. This is the big takeaway. You're not juggling a dozen different tools anymore. Your calendar, the app you're already living in all day, every day, becomes the central hub for your entire event strategy. I mean, think about that for a second.
Need to change the date? Just drag and drop the event in your Google Calendar. Need to update the meeting link? Just edit the description. Have to cancel? You just delete the event. You manage everything from the place you already know inside and out. It all just works.
So let's just end on this thought. We usually think of our calendar as this, passive thing that just organizes our time, but what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if your calendar could be more than just a schedule? What if it could actually be your most powerful, most direct, and most frictionless marketing tool? Something to think about.